a little bit more progress. So you know how I was talking about you got to be on your P's and Q's when it comes to these things, about things that you ask for to be done. All right, Outdoors family. It's the following week. Today is a Monday. The plumbing was finished last week. They do have to come back and do the dishwasher, but that'll be a little bit later. We had the electrician in here this weekend. Got a lot of done, but a little concerned that our trades do not have the correct plans, because there's too many things that are out of whack. So in this guest bathroom number 2, like we told you guys, this area right here was supposed to be a linen closet, and then the water was supposed to be here. I spoke with the superintendent, and he was supposed to come last week to check it out, but he said that they can always move the plumbing. However, they have run the wire. I don't know, maybe they can still fix it. I'm looking at this right here, but this right here runs the light that comes from up there. So I don't know. This is not the end of the world, but this is what we wanted. We can make do with it. Maybe they can fix it, maybe not. Over in my office, there is only a light switch on the fixture for the light. There are no outlets in here whatsoever. Not sure what I can do with that. So then over here by the coffee bar, we are missing an outlet, because this is where the mini fridge, wine fridge, beverage fridge is supposed to be. So yeah, we got to plug down here, but the counter up here, there is not a outlet set up for that. I don't know. Then the more glaring thing is over here where the range will be. We don't have an outlet. I know you see this right here. Let me go around the wall. So that's a refrigerator. The range is going to be right here, and counter space is going to be right here and right here. That's what those plugs are for. There's nothing for the range. Vent hood's right there. And then I'm not going outside right now because it is pretty cold. It was like 75 degrees Sunday, and then Monday it decides to storm, and then we had snow flurries, and it's like 45 and windy. So Alabama weather. But outside, we're missing 3 floodlights. And how I know they have the wrong plan is because the builder previously sent us that plan with the 5 floodlights, missing 3, and we had to send it back to be like, hey, this ain't right, and they fixed it. I'm not sure they passed that along. We're missing a side light for our patio, parking pad door. We're missing a light there. Yeah. So I don't know if he's completely finished. I know he was supposed to come back today to finish some junction boxes, but we're missing several lights, and some of them are very important. And also, we're paying for them. So we want those things. These are the things you got to be mindful of and pay attention to during the bill, because if you let some things go, the builder will let some things go. Like, you're already paying for it, so you make sure you get what you pay for. All right, Outdoors family, another day, another update. So we're still talking electrical. The electrician, he actually did come back yesterday, and it's very clear that he does not have the correct plan. He doesn't have what we have, but he did add this over here, this plug over here by the for the coffee bar. We do got this is for the range. So we got that. And then over in the office, he was like, I didn't realize it was an office. So I assumed he thought maybe it was a closet. But he did come back and he added some outlets in there. I'm trying to think where else. Now we're still down some, not outlets, but lighting there, some wiring for lighting. Again, our stuff on the outside. So we paid for additional floodlights. He had the plan, the previous plan, but we updated it like months ago, so they should have given him the right plan. But also the side light by this parking pad, there should be a light there because they took one out of our laundry room and we want our light that we're paying for. So we're in talks with the builder so that they can get this squared away. Because if we're paying for it, we want it. We're not gonna just let it go away. That's what I got today. We'll see if there's any other updates this week. But I am happy that he came and did some of those fixtures. But we do definitely have to get the outdoor lighting situation squared away because we're paying for it. And honestly, if you let a builder get away with not putting stuff in there that you're paying with, guess what? They gonna do it. So trying to stay on top of stuff as they come up. To me, it makes sense to try to fix the stuff while they're here and not waiting until a walkthrough and then they have to go back and pull stuff out. So that's kind of annoying to me because I try to call it right then and there. So we'll see how this process goes. Stay tuned. Hey, my outdoors family. So I have an update, my electrical update. I'm very pleased. He came back and now we have all our lights, the outlets that we're paying for. So we had to, I was trying to let y'all see, but we have floodlights that go all around this house on every corner because it gets really dark out here. So we wanted to light it up. He came back and added those. Also, our light over here at the side door, got that put in. Let me see. Ooh, my knees. But yeah, side light door. So they have that right there. See, again, we pretty much have floodlights everywhere around here. Now, I did have a question. I think maybe because this is going to be, there's some running. I don't know. But I think because this is going to be brick, I guess they're going to decide what they want to do. Because the plug was right here, but then now it's up here. My guess is maybe that's just a holding spot until they get done what they're doing over here at the fireplace. So I'll reserve judgment on that. But I am very happy that we got everything else put in electrical wise that we wanted and that we're paying for, of course. So that's my good update for today. We got some other things going on around here. When I get a minute, we'll post that too. What's up, my outdoors family? Another day, a little bit more progress. So you know how I was talking about you got to be on your P's and Q's when it comes to these things, about things that you ask for to be done. So got a phone call today and I was like, we need for you guys to go mark the places where your Ethernet ports are gonna be, because the superintendent and the electrician had no idea about those things. And we actually submitted a change order where we had to pay additional to get those things because we forgot. And yeah, I can use Wi-Fi, but connection is better if we can, direct port, especially like for my work stuff and like the TVs. So I got these marked over here in the great room. Got that marked. We did a couple in my son's room because TV, and then we may surprise him before school around his birthday with something that he'll need those Ethernet ports for. Of course, in the office, Ethernet port is going to be going on this wall and also one over here, because my plan is to have a TV in there. I kind of want it on the wall because I don't want like anything like additional in the walkway, because the office is not huge. It's good enough space, but not to have all that furniture in there. And then the last thing, this is funny because know how I was talking about this? This is in the bathroom. So how we said it's supposed to be a linen closet right here, and then the water, the vanity. So if you watch, I might have said it in like a day or two ago, or you watch previous videos, you would know that they had the plumbing in the wrong spot and the lighting in the wrong spot in this bathroom. And I tried to tell them last week so they could catch it while they were still here, but the superintendent didn't show up until this week, well, Monday. And I guess they saw what we saw, because again, this was a change order, and the trades did not get our change orders. And the funny thing is, our change orders were made before this bill even started. So we got copies of the updated stuff, but none of the trades. So that's why some of this stuff is missing. They're having to go back. But I was on the phone with my husband, and I was like, why is it wet in here? And I didn't put two and two together because they left the water on. And when I came over, I was like, oh, they fixed it. They moved the plumbing. So they shifted the plumbing from here to here. Now the electrician is still gonna have to come in because the lighting right here, up here, is gonna have to move over here above the sink. So I reckon they'll get him back out here. All right, Outdoors family. I think this, maybe not this week, but next week coming up, I think we about to get some action going on. Like I showed you, we got shingles. And y'all, let me tell you something about these shingles. So when these came, my husband looked at them. He was like, these ain't the ones that we requested, that we ordered. I was like, So I had them, because he was right, but I just needed my confirmation so I can throw it back on them. But so I got the selections sheet that we filled out when we were at the office, and I looked at it, and sure enough, it's not what we picked. But we did look at them, was like, well, actually these will go better. So we see the vision. Our issue is that if we let this slide and not say anything, that, if they got a suggestion, let us know. Don't unilaterally change things because you think that look better or whatever. At least have the conversation so that we can come to agreement. Don't just, when it get delivered, and be like, that ain't where we want it. Especially if we didn't like these, but actually it's actually a good choice. So we cool with rocking with it, but I hadn't had time. But I'm going to send the email this evening and just point out, like, hey, we noticed that these change. Was there an issue? Like, we like these that you got, but just in the future, if there's going to be a change on a selection that we pick, there needs to at least be a conversation. You got to stay on these people's heads, because at the end of the day, it's your money that you're spending, and you want to get what you pay for. But sorry, the sun is like crazy out here. But back to what I was saying, that this upcoming week we may have, it may be action-packed. Prayerfully, hopefully it is. As you can see, they have run, that's a, maybe I shouldn't be showing y'all all these wires. But I'm assuming the panel box is going to be over here, and the electric panel box and the generator. I need to check to see, has the wire been ran for the generator? I believe so. So with it being on that wall, I think we should be fine as far as insulation, because we actually got to get the switch put in there. We're gonna actually have somebody else do that, because we're not about to get another change order, because I already know doing a change order, it'll be change order, the cost that the electrician charge, plus whatever cost plus that the builder has. So it'll just be better as long as we have the wire ran. We're good on that. We can always have the actual switch put in there after the fact, because it's going to be on the outside. So I think we're good there. And then I had a little happy dance when I got here, walked around the back, and what do we see? This is our siding, guys. Siding. What's that? Hood exhaust. Yeah, I'm excited. Let me see what's all over here. Anything related to this fireplace? Probably not. Nah, I think it's all siding stuff. J channel. Yeah. But yeah, so all this stuff is out here. I think we may be having some action coming up soon. So, and I'm ready for you guys to see this. I mean, I'm just excited for myself, but I want y'all to see as well. Y'all stick around, and as it happens, we're gonna bring y'all along with us.